What's up, everybody? What's going on? I hope all of y'all are doing fan-freaking-tastic out there. My week's been rough. Oh boy, but thank God I'm still alive. But yeah, guys, this past Saturday I made a remarkable discovery. I made a discovery about something I was trying to figure out now for the past few months, going on a year or more. Right. I am proud to announce that I think I finally figured out the name of the account, finally figured out the name of the person or one of the people responsible for being my invisible dislike troll. Alright, but when I was talking to Nick about this, I told him that I was going to try to approach this very gingerly, okay? Now, before I drop the name of this individual, let me talk about a few things first. Alright, so, earlier this week, I kind of figured something out. I kind of got curious. I went to go take a look at this thing, right? I'm about to share some analytics with y'all. Alright. Now, before I share this piece of information, though, let me just... I'd like to ask you to keep in mind that this took 4 years to happen. Alright? Now, I want all of you to look deep down inside of yourselves. Alright? Regardless of what button you press. Regardless if you love me or hate me. Regardless of how successful here I am on YouTube. I think I have earned the right to be respected. Okay? And I'm not saying that to be egotistical. I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm just looking at it from the outside in. Okay? Or from the inside out. Or whatever. It's a very complicated thing to say, okay? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you have to respect me because, or you have to respect my body of work, and you have to respect how much I do for this website. You have to respect how far I'm willing to go with my little amount of resources. I can almost guarantee you that most people in my predicament probably would have quit by now, but for some strange reason, I still kept going. And I want to give all the praise and the glory to God that for giving me all of my talent and all of my patience and all of my abilities to get through all of this. To get through all that I've had the past 4.5 years now. Right, but so I looked into my analytics and I tallied up all the likes and all the dislikes, right, from SSP's first upload to now, right? So, the amount of likes I have on this channel is approximately 2,186. The amount of dislikes I have, 2,298. 112 more likes would have given that a little bit of a even playing field. Now, like I said, remember, that took 4 years to happen. 4 years. Right? However, that's what made me mad, because all of my hard work and effort got me to that point. At first I was thinking that was just highly disrespectful to me and my hard work. But then I remembered that I'm pretty sure there was a moment when SSP was first getting started that I had more dislikes than likes at one time, as far as the channel's history goes. Right? So, I think one of these days, that number is going to go higher. So I'm just going to keep calm, remain patient, and see what happens. Now, the other thing I reminded myself of was that I am an entity here on YouTube. And what I mean by that is I have my own brand here on YouTube. Not just here on SSP. I've got that James Self-Centered account, which was supposed to be all my matchups and all my YouTube poops. And then there was my reaction channel. Right? So, I tallied up every like and every dislike from my whole brand here on YouTube. And the amount of dislikes I have for all 3 of my channels are 2,696. 2,696 dislikes, and 3,340 likes. So the whole brand is still safe. So, Mr. Troll, or collection of trolls, whatever, you need to dislike me approximately 644 more times to get my whole brand hated. So, good luck with that. Now, I'm about to go ahead and drop the name of this individual now, or one of the individuals. The name of the person is Edward Hubbard. Edward Hubbard. Now, I came to that conclusion because, first of all, I never recall seeing this person in my comment section before, but this past Saturday, I was in one of D6's live streams, right? And it is very rare for me to show up in one of Sig's live streams nowadays because of his whole leg injury and everything. So while I was in that live chat, I wasn't even in there 3 or 4 minutes. And then I see this Edward guy. He didn't call me out by the name Self-Standard. His specific words were, "I don't like you, James Ramsey." He called me out by the name James Ramsey. Granted, he misspelled it, but I could still tell he was talking about me. I then asked him, I said, "Edward, why don't you like me? What did I ever do to you?" And then his first response was, "I'm a dweeb." I couldn't help but laugh about that, and then I asked, "A dweeb, is that it?" And then he's gonna bring up the fact that I'm such a loser and that I have never won a wrestling match yet. Alright, I have been saying this till I was blue in the face almost. I'll go ahead and tell you this again, Edward, and to anybody else out there. Remember, I am a frickin' rookie. I am a rookie. I have not been at this long. I've only had 13 matches so far. Every time I step into the ring nowadays, I'm stepping in there with people a heck of a lot more experienced than I. I am learning every single time I step into that ring. Alright? Now, if we take away the actual professional victories, I think that every match I still get a moral victory. Alright? You have to admit that I freaking love professional wrestling. Alright? And for anybody that has followed SSP, you know that I have been wanting to be a wrestler now for such a long time. And now that I'm finally able to live that dream, it's surreal to me. Alright? And it feels like me becoming a wrestler is what really might have hurt SSP, you know, because I don't have that next thing to strive towards, you know. But maybe that's not the correct choice of words. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that because I love professional wrestling so much, every time I get to step into that ring, I enjoy it. And because I enjoy it, and because I accomplished my goal, every single match is a moral victory for me. I don't know about y'all, but being able to sit in a room, or being able to perform in a room while dozens of people cheer for you and dozens of people are chanting your catchphrase, I'm sorry, I think that sounds like a good W to me, okay? And people like that Edward person, and anybody else for that matter, that presses that button, they can't stand it, alright? So the truth is, that little button right there is a gosh darn lie. That button is a gosh darn lie. They have no excuse. They haven't given me an excuse yet. Alright? So how can you sit there and tell me that I suck as a person and that I suck as a YouTuber when I am trying my hardest with what I got, and I have video evidence, physical evidence that I got people cheering for me. And newsflash, this right here, this is just one button on one website. And I'm not saying this to brag or boast or anything, I'm just saying this to provide my side of the story. But almost anywhere I go on YouTube, anybody that I talk to, they seem to love me. Alright? People love me in the Geek Room. People love me in the Sickest Nation. People love me in Bruce Drama's Discord. Nobody has a logical reason to hate me because I don't have a logical reason to hate them. Alright? I cannot think about... Even if I do make enemies, I want to do everything in my power to fix that issue. Alright? I'm sorry, but I cannot... Look, it's an obvious fact that life sucks when you have enemies. I would rather have friends than I would have enemies. Right? Now, I'm sorry. I'm writing too much. Let me see how much camera time I got left. Okay, I got about 10 minutes. Sorry about that. But, anyway, this Edward guy, right? Him and this other guy named Eric Esponzia brought up the fact about my teeth. Now, the thing about my teeth is, I said this so many times before, right? Well, not even so many times before. I freaking hate talking about my teeth, okay? Because my teeth is a constant reminder of the life I came from, right? And I cannot fix my teeth right now. I cannot afford to fix my teeth right now. If somebody's willing to pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars to go get the operation, I will. But I can't make some kind of GoFundMe for that. Why? Because ain't nobody gonna give a dime to it. It's my fault, right? It's my freaking fault. I shouldn't have had depression. I shouldn't have had anxiety. I should not have had emotions. I should not have been human. I should not have continued to breathe. I should not have continued to live life. Now I'm speaking in their logic. But the reason I'm claiming this Edward guy was my invisible dislike troll was because he kind of told on himself. The fact that he mentioned me being a wrestler, a loser wrestler at that, and the fact that he called me out by James Ramsey is proof that he watches the channel. And he even said it himself, he does not like me. So what's the opposite of like? Dislike. Alright? So with that being said, I have every reason to believe that this Edward guy is one of the people responsible, if not the person responsible, for giving me my dislikes. Now, I hope this Edward guy is out there watching this, and he's probably giving this video a bunch of dislikes as well. But at this point, this is the last time I gotta talk about this, okay? Because I'm just hoping to talk to this Edward guy. I want to have a logical man-to-man conversation with Edward. And if he knows my social media links, I'm pretty sure he knows my Facebook. I'm pretty sure he knows my Twitter link. Heck, I'll even put the Discord link in the description so we can talk there. I just want to talk somewhere to this guy. And I didn't want it to come to this. I don't want to say these kind of words. But if it really comes down to it, if he really, honestly has an issue with me, newsflash, I kind of doxed myself here on the early days of SSP. I'm not that hard to find. Edward, if you want to, maybe I can put the fight in 20 team. What I'm saying is, Edward, if we have to, maybe, just maybe, if you have a real problem with me, you know, maybe fisticuffs. I might get my butt beat, but at least I'm standing up and fighting for myself and fighting for SSP. You know? Not saying it's going to come to that. It probably won't come to that. But Edward, if you want to, bring it on, jabroni. Yeah. But yeah, Edward, comment on this video. Let's talk something out. I'm not sure what the issue is. Now, about that Eric Esponzia guy, a few, like, early at the start of the year, or sometime in 2017, one of those, I had this issue on the Sickest Nation with Eric, Joe, and some other guy, right? I was able to find forgiveness from Joe, But Eric, he still blocked me on Facebook. And even though we talked on the Second Station chat, he still forgave me. Eric still forgave me. But he still blocked me, though. He said something about he doesn't want any drama. There won't be any drama anymore if he forgave me. But hopefully me and this Eric guy can talk anything out. There is still an issue. And this other guy, regardless of how much I tried to talk to him, regardless of what I tried to say, he still didn't like me. He still did not want to accept any of my apologies. He'd rather hate some stranger from miles away. I forgot his name, but I might have to go back and talk to him about it later too. So, yeah, Edward, maybe Eric too, I'm waiting for your response. I highly doubt Eric is also one of the people giving me my dislikes as well, but I'm not going to put it past him for now. Maybe it still is, because he brought up my teeth as well. And besides, right now my cavities are not the worst thing I'm worrying about as far as my mouth is concerned. I have my wisdom teeth coming in, and oh boy, that hurts like heck. I am brushing regularly now, so that part of my depression is cured. The fact that I have cavities right now are a mere example about how I do, or how I have suffered from a mental and an emotional suicide. I'll put that depression video in the description for anybody that wants to see it. Alright, I guess I can go and roll up out of here now. Edward, I'm still hoping to talk to you. And until next time, I hope all of y'all remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah, I'm out. And now, Edward, until you say something, your name is not in the clear. Alright, so if you don't say anything, I know it's you. And if you also don't say anything to give me some kind of logical conversation, I know it's you. Be a man. Say something. Grow your cojones. Bye. I love y'all. Here comes my hug of appreciation.